Hi everyone. Today's topic is using dictionary and keeping vocabulary. Are you learning a new foreign language? Is it difficult for you to deal with new vocabulary? So watch this video. I hope it will be helpful for you. Look at this group of words and phrases. Can you remember them easily? Or it's difficult? How do you usually try to remember new words? Let's find the answers to these questions. Each of you, before starting to learn new words, should find the answers to these questions. How often do you learn new words? How many words do you learn in a day or in a week? How do you remember new vocabulary? What do you do when you come across with new words while you are reading a novel? Do you use a dictionary? What kind of dictionary do you prefer? So, there are types of dictionaries which are more common. The first one is alphabetical, thesaurus, monolingual, bilingual, dictionaries of synonyms, dictionaries of cognate words, CD-ROMs, or online dictionaries. There are the definitions for the type of dictionaries. Let's try to match them. The first one is CD-ROM or online dictionaries. Look through the definitions. Which of them do you think is suitable for this type of dictionary? Of course, the last one. So the definition for CD-ROMs is: some publishers include a CD-ROM with their learners' dictionaries and have put their dictionary on the internet. With these dictionaries, searching is very quick and easy. You can search for words, meanings, examples, words you only half know, all much faster than using a book. Next type is alphabetical. So the definition is the first one. Alphabetical dictionary is the most common type of dictionaries. Words are arranged in alphabetical order. Dictionaries of synonyms. Which definition do you think is suitable? Yes. The fifth one. Words are grouped according to their closeness in meaning. For example, start and begin. Sometimes antonyms or opposite meanings are also given and explanations of differences in meaning. Thesaurus. What kind of dictionary is it? Have you ever heard about this kind of dictionaries? So the definition is the second one. The words are arranged according to meaning, usually under a broad heading. For example, under walk, you would find stroll, plot, strike, and etc. And of course, with explanations and examples. The next type is monolingual. As it is clear from the name itself, this is in one language only. Popular learners' dictionary of English are often monolingual and have detailed explanations in English with examples of use. Dictionaries of cognate words. These give advice on words which are easily confused with similar looking words in other language. So we will talk about this topic later in our another subjects. And the last type is bilingual. It is in two languages, usually yours or the language you are learning. Useful dictionary because they give translations, but may not be so good for distinguishing between possible translations. What do you think? How can be a good dictionary? Good dictionaries can tell you a lot more about a word than just its meaning, including, among other things, for example, synonyms and their differences, mislead and lose, antonyms, the opposites of the words friend, enemy, collocations with this word, how words go together. Auburn combines with only with hair, auburn, hair, and etc. And the next feature is pronunciation. This will mean learning some symbols which are different from the letters of the English alphabet. So, do you know how to memorize the new vocabulary faster? Now I am going to introduce you 9 tips of memorizing new vocabulary. The first one is use memory techniques. No matter how good your grammar is, if you don't know any words that you can use it with, you won't get very far with your language skills. Vocabulary opens up doors to new worlds and makes learning fun and satisfying. But expanding the range of words you know is like a diet. You have to put in some effort, and there is neither a magic trick nor a secret, or one approach fits all way to do it. Everyone has to find what works for them. But being patient, setting realistic goals, and rewarding yourself if you reach them are a good strategy that can be complemented with any of the following points. So, using memory techniques. This is a popular way to memorize vocabulary, which are mental shortcuts that help you to remember more complex concepts or words. For example, you can create associations between words. Or you come up with an acronym, like when you need to go to the store, so you buy spaghetti, tomatoes, olives, rice, eggs. So if you take the initial letters of each word, there appears the word store. Using memory techniques or acronyms like this. The problem is, of course, that you still have to memorize the acronym. But with a little bit practice, you will get good at coming up with creative and useful connections. The longer you think about acronyms or associations, the better will you remember the words that come with it. The next type is creating a learning environment. What does it mean? When you are studying abroad, you will hear and read the language everywhere and learn much faster through immersion. But you don't have to go abroad to slowly increase the number of words you know. You can create an inspiring and study-friendly environment wherever you are. Buy magazines or books in the new language, watch movies, and cook or just eat the local food. So this means creating a learning environment. The third tip is put the new words in context. This is the most beneficial way of remembering and learning new vocabulary. A good idea to learn more words faster is to put them in context. Instead of writing lists of random words, try to put them in sentences. That way, you know how the word is used in real life. Plus, if you come up with funny sentences, it will be easier to memorize them. Depending on how you learn, you can also make drawings or find images that will complement the sentences and put the words into their natural habitat. The next step is learning from real life situations. What does it mean? Speaking of context, movies, TV shows, books, podcasts, or songs are not only a great source for the most common words, they can also help you memorize the vocabulary because they always come associated with a scene, a person, or real life event. So try to read books or watch movies in the original language, maybe with subtitles, and figure out what the words mean. If you see or hear a phrase or sentence that you don't understand, write it down, look it up, and start memorizing it. The fifth step is take it to the next level. If you want to take language learning to the next level, leave enough space for mind maps with associated words, synonyms, or antonyms. If you want to get the most out of your learning process, try not to translate the word into your native language, but instead explain and describe it in the language you are trying to learn. Next step, find the tools that work for you. Everyone learns differently, so if you don't already know what works for you, try as many different ways or a combination thereof as possible. Flashcards, apps, lists, games, or post-its are great ways to memorize vocabulary. The same goes for finding the right time. Some people want to set apart a specific time, others learn more spontaneously. No matter which approach you choose, be sure to get into some kind of rhythm. Practice makes perfect after all. Don't forget about it. So the next type is make it interactive. Just like you have to find the right tools that work for you, it is also important to make the learning experiences as encompassing as possible. Don't just read the words from cards or lists. Hear them pronounced, say them out loud yourself, and write or type them. The more you make your encounter with the words and experience for all scenes, the better. Why not eat ice cream while learning what the different flavors are called? So the next tip is focus on useful words. If you want to expand your vocabulary because you want to work at a marketing firm abroad, you probably don't have to read Shakespeare's novels or focus on words that pertain to the Middle Ages. The more practical and popular the words are for your career, hobbies, and real life conversations, the easier they are to learn. And you will be able to use them more often. This can be like a game. You can reward yourself every time you use a certain word in a real life conversation. There are some students who write down all the new words which they come across, no matter if it is necessary for them or not. Don't forget, if you use this way, all of your learned material will be remained as a passive word. Try to get only the useful words for you. And the last tip, repeat and then repeat some more. Remember to not just repeat current words, but also the old stuff that you think you have memorized already. You don't have to look at the stored words as often as the new vocabulary, but the more you use the words, the better you will remember and recall them. Try to use these tips and you will see the result. So here are some other tips in diagrams and pictures in order to make it more clear and understandable for you. For example, you can use the way of learning associated words together. In this method, you should learn words with associated meanings. For example, if you take a word cat, Try to find other words which are connected in meaning with the word cat, like mew, pour, or kitten. You may also learn words based on the same word. It is also a very useful way. For example, look at this group of words. Can you add some more? Price, priceless, overpriced. Handy, single-handed, give me a hand. Try to find other words with the same root. The next method is called word tree. It can be also useful. So you will write a word and in the middle you can write the basic word, the main word you consider. For example, here it is given in the example of holiday, and you will collect all the words and collocating words with the word holiday. For example, sightseeing holiday, skiing holiday, touring holiday, relaxing holiday, use hostel holiday, hotel holiday, spend holiday, enjoy holiday, look forward to holiday, summer holiday, package holiday, and etc. Now try yourself, find as more words related to the word school and write on the branches of your tree. This is another method which is called word forks. So it is similar in shape as fork. That's why this is called like this. Word forks are good ways of learning adjectives and verbs and very helpful for memorizing collocations. Look at the examples. Original idea, brilliant idea, unusual idea, great idea, excellent idea. Shoot a film, edit a film, direct a film, star in a film, review a film. Magnificent view, breathtaking view, superb view. Can you continue yourself? Kick a ball, hit a ball, bounce a ball, and you can find some more examples. Using various types of diagrams. So here the diagram is given under the heading furniture. For this method, you should find the more general word and then you can find other words. For example, here in the diagram, the general word is furniture, and you can continue the list with living room, bedroom, kitchen. Why have we chosen these words? Because we can see furniture in these rooms. And now you can be more specific. What kind of furniture can be used in different kind of rooms? For example, in living room you can see sofa, bookcase, armchair, TV set. In bedroom you can use lamp, wardrobe, bedside table, and etc. So try to use this method. The next method is when you meet a synonym or an antonym of a word you already have in your book, enter it next to that word with a few notes. For example, urban, rural, the words with opposite meanings. Stop, cease. So if these are similar words, they are called synonyms. If you use this kind of methods, it will help you to memorize better. So there are some tips for making the new words active. Writing the words and expressions you are trying to learn in a sentence relating to your life and interests at the moment. Making a point of using the new words and expressions in your next class or homework. Keeping a learning diary in which you note down these things that particularly interest you about the words you have learned. Watching out for the words and expressions you are trying to learn in your general reading English. If you come across any of them in use, write them down in their context, in your diary or in your notebook. Writing a paragraph or story linking the words and expressions you want to learn. By the way, this is the most beneficial way of memorizing the new vocabulary and making them active. If you write them in a context or try to create a story, you will never forget this word. So this is all for today. Thank you for your attention.